Hey YouTube. So a couple of things have changed since the last video. Our little plant stand started leaning because the weight wasn't evenly dispersed, so we had to take everything off and kind of redo it. So we're just going to do a quick little update around what's going on, show you guys my garden plot, and tomorrow I'll probably upload another video. Got some recipes that I've been meaning to share, so let's get started. Okay, so here are my seedling trays. This time you can see them right next to each other. This is the first one I planted, and even more surprising than last time we took a look at it is I have another pea sprouting. I actually have some parsnips coming up. I've got the lone spinach, seems to be doing well, and I've got a couple of rapini, seems to be doing well too. And then over here are my monsters, and definitely needs transplanting. I've decided to take the arugula and the Swiss chard, and I'm actually going to plant them up tomorrow. So on my next garden update, expect to see these guys outside, along with my lettuce, my red lettuce. And my endive is doing good. And look, spaghetti squash. Since the last time I updated, I saw a little bit of a hint of a sprout, and now I have two plants starting. Look at the fuzzy goodness. Those will probably need transplanting soon too. I'm not going to put them outside. I'm going to get more biodegradable pots and move those. And over here too, we've got some parsnips up here in. Very nice. And then down here are the ones I transplanted, and they are doing super good. Yesterday was watering day, so everything's nice and perky today. Look at the bok choy. Starting to look kind of bok choy-ish. And then down here is where I've planted a second round of peas since we didn't get much yield from the first seedlings. Nothing in there yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. Here is the mustard I thinned out. Look, there's even more little sprouts sticking their heads up in there. I'm going to leave those though. I think they'll be okay. And as you can see, they're getting to the stage where they're also getting some leaves that look mustard-ish. So that's good. Nothing's come up in my parsley jar yet. Over here, I thinned out my carrots a little bit, just because so many came up in one spot. But those are doing good. I will probably do a second thinning when they're actually ready to become carrots, but for now, those are good. Here is garlic. Nothing to report yet, but that's not surprising because garlic has a grow time of like 6 months. Here is my single pea, doing quite well. We're starting to get little, I don't know what you call these, but they're the little spindly things that grab onto a trellis and help it climb. So it's doing super good. As soon as my other peas that I planted start sprouting, I'll probably stick my peas out. Here's mustard that I transplanted, doing good, doing real good. Here are the other peas, they're doing super. There's the one that was barely poking out of the dirt the other day, and as you can see, it's quickly catching up to the other ones. I moved my herbs out of the planter stand because, like I said, we had to take everything out and kind of refigure it out so we weren't overweighing that stand. But as you can see, I have chives. This one hasn't popped up yet. That one may be bust. It was a little overwatered. Over here, I'm going to say that's probably basil. Up here, not sure what that one is. And down here, I'm still going to say that's oregano until it gets bigger and proves me different. So one of these two is parsley. I'm not sure which. That one's just got one little sprout. So we'll see when those get bigger what didn't come up. And then I still have the seeds, so I'll be able to replant whatever doesn't make it. Here are my lovely blueberries that I've had to move to the windowsill. They look like they're still doing good. I've got some brownish reddish leaves. For the most part, they still look good. There's a little bit of curling, so they may be getting too much sun, so I may need to move them again. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that. And then over here are more of our transplants. There's my kale, starting to shoot up a little. Here are the little baby carrots. Haven't done much with them. They're just growing like little weeds. And then here's more transplants, mustard and kale mix. This is the mustard, and that is the kale. So everything's looking super good, so I guess I'll take you guys outside and show you where we're going to be putting all this stuff in next week or two. I think I'm going to start moving everything outside. It's been above freezing for the past few days. We had that storm that swept across the Midwest last week, brought in a cold front, so it dropped down to freezing again. But I think after probably the 1st of May, or that first week in May, I won't have to worry about the freezing anymore, and everything will pretty much be big enough that I don't even have to worry about putting it outside. I think it'll make it. But we're going to be a little bit patient. We'll move the few small cold weather plants and get those out there since they're getting so big. And then we'll hold off on the rest of it until I feel safe putting it out there. But let's go take a look. Alright, so here's our little garden spot. This was actually made by some of the previous tenants that stayed here. We just went through and kind of did some patchwork on it last week, I think, when it was super cold out here. We added a latch, and then they've used this really super cheap, flimsy plastic fencing and some green T-posts that you can see there. They just use some tape to kind of tie that down. So we've gone in about 3/4 of it. They put this 2-foot chicken wire on, but they missed a whole side, so we went back in and reinforced the side they missed with some more chicken wire and tied everything up with some cable ties. Some good reinforcement there. And this is about a 11 by 15 foot space, so we'll have plenty of room to plant everything we've got started. And the plan is to cycle it out from spring to summer and summer to fall, make full use of the growing season. So hopefully tomorrow I will be able to put something in here and show you guys what's up. Thanks for watching.